We have a, as I mentioned over there, we had last week off. Did you have a good week off, Max?
I had a good week off.
Everyone have a good week off?
Mm-hmm.
I had kind of a strange week off. We don't get a lot of weeks off, and so I like to just relax. I have a dog, Hudson, golden retriever, beautiful dog. And just as the week was starting, he started scratching himself, and he opened up a little wound right here. Oh. He opened up a little wound, and so I took him to the vet, and they, gave him some spray, and they gave him some pills, and then they put a cone on him. Has anyone seen this before? A dog that's wearing, like, a giant cone so that he can't, because they don't know any better, and they'll scratch themselves. So they put this cone on him, and he's walking around. It looks like they've taken a speaker off, like a 1920s record player, and shoved it over a dog's head. And the thing is, he knows he looks like an idiot. He's kind of got this look, and the other dogs are like, bah! Look at the idiot, and he walks differently, he kind of walks around, and then after a while, he got kind of used to it. He's bumping into things and smashing into things. He was sort of like Edward Scissorhands in that movie where everything he touches freaks him out. He would be walking around and he bumps into things and freaks out. But then after a while, he started to get used to it, and he started acting normal, and he starts walking around. I have a little house in Connecticut. He'd walk around the lawn, and he'd be sniffing things, and it's weird because he's got his nose down, and it's like a vacuum cleaner. He walks around, it's just like, oh, and he's walking around. So I think, okay, he's going to wear the cone for a while. It's going to be fine. The end of the week, I decided I got to get out of Connecticut because this place is for squares, Sorry, but a guy like me, no, I'm going to get a lot of letters now. We are not squares. Now, right to bed at 8. No, it's a wonderful place. I wouldn't have a home there if it was for squares. Anyway, I wanted to get away, so I went up to Kennebunkport, up to Maine. You been up there? It's beautiful. Okay, nobody. No one knows what the hell I'm talking about. Beautiful place, Kennebunkport, up in Maine, and I take my dog with me, and he's got the cone, And we're walking around, and we're walking along the shore, and we get to President Bush, the dad. President George Bush's house is in Kennebunkport, and it's on this spit of land that goes out into the ocean. And it's this, like, really beautiful house, and tourists go and they look at his house, and that's where, our president's father, former President Bush, lives. And it's really beautiful, and people stand there and they look at his house. And you can see, like, Secret Service trucks there and everything, and it's kind of cool. And we're just looking at it. And my dog, with his cone, suddenly jumps over the barricade and runs down to the rocks and jumps in the water, because he loves the water, and he starts swimming over towards former President Bush's house. And he's swimming, like, right towards the house, because it's out in the water, and it's not that far. It's about 100 yards. And he's swimming over to former President Bush's house, and he's wearing the cone. And I realize he looks like a weapon. He's like, and I can just see the Secret Service guy, nothing ever happens there, and he's looking at a monitor, and he's just sitting there, and there's like half an Arby's sandwich there, and nothing's ever happened, and he's like, oh my God! Because this dog with a giant cone, like a robotic death dog, is coming after. I had to haul him back, get back here, and I got him out of the water, and he was dripping wet, and we got out of there before there was an international incident because of my dog. But I want to assure everybody that my dog is not a weapon, and that our former president is fine.